Toxic relationships, a lot of people go through. I have, and I know you have too. Please, please, please stay tuned. I got five signs. Matter of fact, we're going to get right into them because this ain't nothing to play with. When you don't even know you in a toxic relationship, that first sign is your feelings is not being heard. What do I mean by that? When you in a conversation and you talking about something and you starting to see it get a little serious and you try not to get a little too loud. It's like you don't want to rock the boat. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to rock the boat. It's different signs. So you'll notice your partner, like you know when they're going to blow up. You know if you say something wrong, that's going to get under their skin. So you try not to do that. So it's like you're walking on eggshells. You don't know what you might say will affect your partner's feelings. So you have to watch out for that. The second thing is your partner will make you feel like he don't care or she don't care. Like your feelings are not being heard. You're not being heard of whatever you're talking about. It's like it's no care. It makes you feel like you're unappreciated, like your needs are not being met. And you still don't want to upset your partner because you know how they will react. You don't want to do that. Another thing, your partner will dictate what you're wearing. You understand what I'm saying? They will dictate what you're wearing. You going to the club, you're not going like that. You're not going like that. And see, you'll think it's cute. Yeah, you'll think it's cute like, oh yeah, he's trying to be my daddy or something like that. Nah. He's dictating what you're wearing. You have to have permission of what you're wearing. So if you're in a relationship like that, these are the signs of a toxic relationship. And I understand most females never grew up with a daddy, so they don't know how it's supposed to feel to have that father figure. But that ain't it. That ain't it. He dictating what you supposed to wear, and that ain't right. He's not your father. He's your partner. You know, you supposed to act like if you like this or like that, not like you not wearing that. And I said what I said. Like these are the signs, especially when they start yelling their voice at you, like you're a child. No, you shouldn't have to deal with that. You shouldn't have to deal with that. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I didn't go through that because I don't play them type of games, but I know a lot of females that have. And they feel unappreciated. You know, they feel like they're not being heard. They feel like they can't go nowhere without this person's permission. They always got to check in. Like, check in? What you got to check in for? You a grown person. Have to check in with nobody? Like, that is crazy. But it's happening, people. These are the toxic relationships. They're happening. The fourth thing is you can't go wherever you want to go. You can't go wherever you want to go. You want to go chill with family? Let that person know first. Like, what? Yes, you have to let that person know first. You have to let them know that you're going to go chill with such and such. And when you get there, you better call them or text them and let them know that you with this person. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. You shouldn't have to go through that as a human being. You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to go through that as a human being. You are your own person. You make your own rules. You understand? You don't have to answer to nobody but the Most High. That's who you answer to. Not no other person. You don't supposed to do that. You do not supposed to do that. And it's crazy because a lot of people are losing their life with these toxic relationships. They don't know how to get out. They don't know how to get out. They're stuck. And they're reaching for help. They're asking for help and they can't find it. And it's happening so many times around the world, people. It's getting bad. It's like it's getting real bad. I think the last thing when it comes to a toxic relationship is when they ignore you. When you telling them things and they just not hearing you out and they just not responding, they're building it up inside them. They're ready to hit you. Like, they're getting so mad. And you can tell when they're getting mad. It's like you done said something and it's like it's no taking it back. And if they've been drinking, that's the worst, because they're going to blame it on the alcohol. People, they're going to blame it on the alcohol, that's the reason why they're acting the way they're acting, or this is how they was raised because their father used to beat their mother and things like that. They're going to use every excuse to put hands on you. And another major thing is when this happens, yeah, they're going to apologize, but they're not going to mean it. They're not going to mean it because they're going to do it again. It's going to be a pattern. This is what they do. This is how they was raised. This is what they love to do. They love to put their woman in check. They love to be the father figure because some women never had a father figure. So they're going to show you a different way of being a father figure, and you're going to accept it. You want to know why? Because you love this person. You love them so much. You feel like when you get hit in the face that's love. That's not love. Who told you that was love? That's not love. That's not love. And if you are going through this, you need to run. You need to run. You need to find a way to get away from this person. Get the police involved. Do what you need to do, because a man putting his hands on a female is just not right. Even a woman putting her hands on a man, it's not right. It's not right. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. What you putting your hands on people for? I understand you went through things when you was a little kid and this and that. Okay, you grown now. You grown now. So you need to take responsibility of your actions. Don't blame it on no liquor. Don't do that. Don't do that. And stop apologizing for things when you know you're not sorry. Seek help. Seek help. Then you'll be okay. Seek that help. If you're going out somewhere with your people and this and that, and things get a little heated, walk away from the situation. You don't have to stand there and argue with your partner. You don't have to do that. Like, a lot of the partners want you to, confrontations back and forth because they used to that. I've been in situations where, my ex used to, her boyfriend or whatever back in the day, they used to argue a lot. They used to fight a lot. But when you got with me, none of that happens. Because I avoid the situations. I don't tune into the conversations where I know things could escalate to a point where my life is in jeopardy. Meaning I can go to jail. Meaning someone can get very hurt. You see what I'm saying? I don't put myself in those situations. If the conversation is too heated, I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to put my hands on a person. I understand. We was raised, if a woman put their hands on you, you're supposed to put them back. I don't do that. Alright, a woman gonna have to steal off on me. She just do that. Like, she just gonna get that one, because I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna hit her, but I will yoke her up, calm her down a little bit. But I'm not gonna punch her and slap. No, I ain't doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I got more respect for myself. Not saying the next man didn't. I'm just saying the situation is different and how everybody else was raised. I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised to put my hands on a female. I just wasn't. But in these toxic relationships, if you're feeling like you're walking on eggshells, and if you feel like you're not being heard, and you feel like you're being dictated, you understand what I'm saying? If you feel like these things are really happening, if you feel like you can't go nowhere that you want to go, if you feel like you got to ask for permission every time you leave the house, you are in a toxic relationship. You are in a toxic relationship, and it's time to leave. It's time to get out of those toxic relationships. It's no point of staying. You understand what I'm saying? It's no point of staying. Now I understand. You probably tried. You probably tried to leave, and you got suckered back into it with love, or you got suckered back into it with him apologizing or her apologizing, and you felt like it was very sincere and it was genuine, and it really is not. It's really not. But they make it feel like it is. So you get an understanding like, wow, this person, he really loved me, or she really loved me to really apologize for what they did. Maybe I could take them back. It's just a pattern that they're doing. It's a pattern that them people doing, and you don't see it. You won't see it, because love will blind you. It will blind everything that you got going on, and it makes you realize if it's worth being in this relationship, everything you did for this person, is it worth to keep going, or should you leave? And I'm telling you, you should leave. I'm telling you, because a lot of people in these toxic relationships, it don't work. It don't work. They don't last. and they end up in a body bag. They end up in a body bag being in these toxic relationships because they didn't get the chance to leave. What Eve said, love is blind. That's real. That's real. But that's my time. I appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Shout out to my sponsor. Love, live, appreciate. Man, it's beautiful out here. I'm at the Bahamas on this boat. But man, I can't wait to tune in again with y'all. The signal not too good, but bear with me. I'm going to try to get them to you. One.